welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a comparison today. I believe I've reviewed my Furla Metropolis Mini before, and it looks like this. You might recall the color is in the Dolomia Blue, and this is in the small size, or the mini size, I should say. They also come in larger sizes and also in totes, and yeah, but the one that I'm reviewing, I think I already reviewed, is the Mini Metropolis. So I'm comparing this one with the Furla Mini Giulia. So it looks very similar. There's actually a slight difference. As you can see if I put them side by side, there's a color difference because this one is called Tempesta. It is, I think, more a newer style or newer model, or I should say newer collection, so that the color is different than what they had released before. But for the most part, you can see that the size of this is the same. So if I just kind of superimpose, there we go. It looks like the Giulia is just a tad bit longer. And in terms of width, let me do it this way. In terms of width, they're about the same. And then length, I think I did that. And the height, height is about the same. So the only thing I really see a difference in is the Giulia being slightly longer. But even then, it's not by much. I'll leave the measurements below so that you can take a look. But I'm just going to show you what I can fit in either or both of these. So in the Giulia, the way to open it, actually, let me just show you the outside of it first. On the Giulia, the outside has this closure where you pinch, and then it comes up like that, and then there's like the two teeth, and then you push back in like that. In the Furla, it also has the pinch, but you can see that it's more shallow. The pinch is the same again, and then you lift, and there are the two teeth, which you can also push back in like that. The hardware is longer on the Giulia than it is. This one's more kind of like squarish. And then the side looks pretty much the same. They both have the rivet where the metal chain goes. And the back also right about the same. There's nothing special. On the bottom, the Giulia does not have feet, but then the Metropolis does have 4 feet. So that's a big difference right there. What else? I think that's it for the outside. Oh, and in case you were wondering, this one has just the pinch. This one has the pinch plus the key. Mine actually didn't come with the key, but I don't think I'm gonna ever use the key anyway. But if you had the key in the padlock, you could close this so that you cannot just press it open. But I have bags like that, and I don't remember ever using that feature, so I'm not sure if that, changes your mind on anything. So like I said, let me just take this out. I always store my bags with tissue paper, so let me just take this out. So on the Furla Metropolis Mini, it comes with a chain that looks like this, and the chain looks very, very different and pretty. So if I can like have it zoom in, I don't know if you can see it, it looks like this woven kind of intertwined chain. It looks almost like jewelry, right? And it does get attached inside here by this little T kind of T-stop, I might call it, on both sides. So you could remove it completely by like making it go through the rivet. On the inside, it's lined with this kind of almost grosgrain material. I don't know if you can see it because it is kind of dark. And then it has one slip pocket and a Furla, what do you call that thing? The tag or logo. On the front here is the hardware, and it says made in Italy. So that's pretty cool. Where it's not lined is actually right here, and that one is in this kind of like raw leather material. But for the most part, it's in this brushed gold hardware all over, and yeah. Okay, so moving on to the Furla Mini Giulia. Again, the way to open it, is to squeeze here. It doesn't pop up as much as the other one does, but here we are. This one This one I just got, so. Has a chain again, but this chain almost looks more silver. And this is in your typical chain that you get with, you know, bags. So it's not as special, but it's nevertheless a really like sturdy chain. Again, you attach it on the inside, or it's attached on the inside with these kind of T-stops or whatever you call it. So you could turn this T sideways and slip it off with a rivet, and then it could come off completely. They're not adjustable though, so I guess that's what I should point out. You could wrap it around like this to make it shorter, but if you don't like to do that, there's another option, and that is, I don't think this is a feature of a bag, but you could tie a knot like that, and then it won't go through. As you see how now there's extra chain, so it won't go through. So you could adjust it that way. I don't think it's meant to do that, so don't do it if you're afraid of the chain getting warped or broken. I would not. I'm not saying go do that. I'm saying that is an option if you really are really short and can't seem to wear it any other way, and that's your only option. Okay, on the inside, it is lined with this material. It's like a jacquard material. Again, it has the Furla emblem logo, but instead of a slip pocket on this side, you have 3 pockets on this side for cards. So they're card holders. So the material on the inside is pretty nice. Again, the part where it's not lined has this like raw leather. It doesn't have any writing on this side. It's actually rather smooth. But on the inside, there is a tag, and then it says made in China. So I don't know when Furla switched. I'm not sure if Metropolis line's the one made in Italy, and then maybe Julia's made in China, but I just know that there is a difference. I still have the tag on this, like I said, because I just purchased it from Saks Off 5th, but I might return it because I'll show you. It's very similar. Comparison wise, I didn't realize how similar they were. So anyway, so that's what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting some stuff in there just to show you what can and cannot fit. I have my phone, the Pixel. This is the Pixel 2, and that I'm doing the Julia comparison right now, and that slides right there. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot of effort. It is snug though, so see, just slide in right there. It doesn't take force, but it doesn't move around. I have a chapstick. This one is just a Clarins one. It's a mini one. And then I have my Louis Vuitton clay in the Empreinte leather. And that slips in right there, so as you can see. And then I have a Ray-Ban sunglasses, but I'll just show you now that it's not gonna fit. Yeah, it's not gonna fit, like, see? But if I were to say, take it out of the case, so these are my Clubmasters. If I take it out of the case, I could slide it on right in there. Not recommended, but it does fit perfectly. I would say put it in a soft case though, if you are gonna do that. Alternatively, I have the folding Ray-Bans, and these are the Wayfarers folding ones, so they come in this little magnetic case, and that one fits in quite well right there, as you can see. And I still have like a big square still remaining there. In terms of closure, it is going to be tough to close because it is pretty filled, and as you can see, it does warp this area. But if I were to take out this sunglasses and put in just these ones in there, like so, it does close a lot better. Oops. And it's less warped, as you can see. So there we are. It is a really nice clutch as well. If you want to see what these look like on me, I do have some Instagram posts. I'll link my Instagram account information right here, as well as in the description bar, so that you can check it out. Yeah, so now I'm gonna remove these. Actually, you know what? If I don't bring my key clay, because they have card slots in here, then I could bring my sunglasses in there, the folded ones, and then it won't look as bad. So it just removes the key clay. Okay, so I'm gonna remove everything from the Furla Mini Furla Julia, and I'm gonna try to put it into now my Mini Metropolis. Again, it opens up like that. My phone slides right in, as you can see, right there, right, slides in. I have my Key Clay by Louis Vuitton, and again, that slides right in there. Chapstick. Oh, here's my chapstick or lip product, lippy. And again, that slides right in there. And if I want to wear my sunglasses, that also slides in there. So I honestly don't notice the difference. That's what it looks like. So not bulging at all. But say you don't want to bring sunglasses like that, you want it in a case, you could do it like that, but then it becomes very snug and you start to see a little bit of misshaping. So not as bad as the Julia for some reason, but maybe this is more deep. Oh, so let me see if I could put in the full Ray-Bans case. I don't think so, because like I said, the Julia seemed a little wider. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. So yeah, that's not gonna fit. We'll try it. Okay, I have wedged it in there, but it's not gonna close, so I don't think that's gonna work. In any case, I would say if you want to bring sunglasses, they do fit. You just need to put it in a soft case. Or if you don't care and momentarily you just want to put it in there while you're running in and out of the store, you could do it. It will fit. But maybe then bring like a little cloth just to protect it. So I can show you now what it looks like on me, on both. The chain drop is about the same. Let me just get them both on. All right, excuse my dog's toy thing right there. So right now I have both of them on my shoulder. Oh, you know what? I know why. It's because I tied this knot. I was like, why is this so much shorter? They should be about the same. So yeah, earlier I tied this knot just to show how you could potentially shorten this strap. All right, so let's put it back to normal. So this is no adjustment made. So this is what it looks like just on my shoulder. As you can see, the Julia seems to ride a little bit taller. I don't know if you can see that right there. Yeah. And then if I wear it crossbody, and for reference, I am 5'1". All right, so the Julia is right here. Again, it's sitting a little bit higher on my body than the Metropolis, but not by terribly much. So I would say this is still a good length. I think when I wear it, this is a little bit just like on the edge because I can't reach the bottom of it with my fingers. So I think it's a little bit too short for me, or too long for me, sorry. But if you're taller than 5'1", I think both of them should be fine. All right, so I think the conclusion is they're pretty comparable. I don't think you need two. If you have one or the other, I would say you don't need the other one unless you really absolutely love this brand. They do make really good leather materials, but unless you absolutely like need it, I would say maybe get in a different color. Otherwise, I think you could just pass. I might just return this one just because I don't need two of the same thing. And the fact that it could fit my phone is a big plus. That's one of the things I need my bags to do, is to fit at least my phone, and it does. So that's great. I think if I had the choice between the two, obviously I already have the Metropolis, so I'm gonna keep it. But I would say if I didn't, I just bought these two together at the same time, I would probably still go with the Metropolis because all things aside, I feel like it could fit the same amount. If one fits more, I would probably go with the other one. So it did look like the Julia looked bigger, but in terms of what I'm fitting, this one fits just the same amount. So I would say I would go with this one for several reasons, because I don't know, I like the look of this lock. This one does look more gold than this one. This one could look almost silver. So if you're the type of person that likes silver more, I would say go with the Julia. But I also love the feet that comes with the Metropolis. I think that's a great addition. When you put it down on the table, on the chair, it protects the leather. Another thing I really like is that the chain is so pretty and so unique. It feels like jewelry. So I am more likely to go with this one. Then the last thing is just because, and I don't know why that would be the case, but I just love that it says it's made in Italy versus made in China. Now, I don't think I've ever experienced bad items that were made in China, but it just seems more luxurious when it's made in Italy. I don't know why. Like, again, I don't know why that is the case. However, I could tell you that upon looking at the leather on the inside, I don't know if you can see, it's perfect. I've used this before already, at least a dozen times now, and it still looks like it's in pristine condition. This one I just bought from the store, and I don't know if you can see, there's some fraying on it already on the side right here. Right here. Can you see it? It's not much. It's not, I'm not gonna complain about it, but there is slight, and it could just be bag to bag, leather to leather kind of differences, but I don't know, it just makes me feel like, is it because of where it's made? I don't know. So given that, I would say I would still prefer to go with the Metropolis. Also, another thing, when I was playing with the chain, there's one end of here that's really hard to take out, and I don't know if it's because of that this is a thicker chain, so it's harder to maneuver to remove. And since I don't really remove this chain, it's not a big deal, but I just noticed that was the case. And it's only on one side, whereas the Metropolis, it's easy to remove on both sides. I have not used the Julia very much, because actually I have not used it at all because I just bought it, but I can tell you that that because the chain does look different, as you can see, this looks like a wider chain almost. That one's more circular. I can see how this might be just slightly tad bit more comfortable. I've never found the Metropolis to be uncomfortable, but I have heard accounts of it being uncomfortable. So I feel like if in the case of where that could be due to the fact that the chain is rounded and short, thinner, this one might make a difference because it is thicker. So that's just something to think about. Again, since it never bothered me, it's never a con. So I think overall, I still would have gone with this one. But honestly, you could have gone with either, and it probably would be fine. Like if I were given this one, I'd probably be just as happy. Yeah, so anyway, I hope that was helpful. Again, I'll leave the information of the dimensions of these two bags below. I'll put links if I could find them online in the description bar below if you're interested. I did want to mention this one retails for, I think they both retail for $298. But this one was on sale for $159.99. So I think if you could definitely find a good deal, especially on colors that are like past seasons. But otherwise, you know, this is all leather. The chain looks gorgeous. I would say it's a good deal to get either one. Again, yeah, I'll leave the information below. If you want to see this styled, I don't have the Julia styled just because I haven't worn it. It's brand new. I do have the mini Metropolis, so if you want to see outfits, go on my Instagram because I have a few already posted from before. So hopefully you found that helpful. If you have any questions I have not addressed here, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.